What do you think, Stanley? She couldn't care less. These hairbands are everywhere at the minute, and especially on TikTok shop. I feel like freaking Anne Boleyn. Anywho, this brand. So the brand is Flower Nose, and it is a Chinese makeup company, and it was launched in 2016. This is one of these brands that just randomly reached out to me, and they offered to send me some products in PR. Now and again I'll accept, now and again I really couldn't care less, depending on what the products are, what they're like, I don't know, the brand, I don't know, I could be really fussy. But as soon as I went onto the website, they provided me with a link. As soon as I went onto the website and I seen these products, I instantly was like, yes. I'll take the lot. Not exactly to my taste in terms of packaging, but I can appreciate it. The packaging of this makeup is absolutely outstanding. It is beautiful, especially if you're somebody who is a makeup collector and you really do appreciate like really fine details and works of art within your makeup. This is the powder. It's just very, very pretty, and especially if you're like 14. I have quite a few products here to try. They were kind enough to gift me like a big gift box full of stuff, and to be honest there was quite a few things in it that I knew that I also wouldn't actually use, so I ended up giving some of those products to somebody else who I knew was going to appreciate them. So I don't have enough products here for a full face. Okay. Any products that I don't have, I'm just going to use my own. So I'm going to take the e.l.f. Halo Glow. I know that might seem like a lot, but I'm not going to be taking any foundation today. I might actually use this, I'm not too sure. We'll see how this blends out, but I'm not going to take any foundation today. I can mainly just use this as my base, because sometimes it just provides enough coverage these days. I don't really like to use a lot of foundation. Depends what mood I'm in. I'm going to take a wee bit of this. This is the Fine Beauty Skin Tint in the shade 03. I'm just going to blend that out with the same sponge. Hello. That blended out into absolutely nothing. Oh well. Skin tints aren't usually supposed to give you much coverage, so they're mainly aimed to just even out the complexion, add a wee bit of colour, a wee bit of glow, while providing like a tiny wee smidgen of coverage. You see, whenever your skin tone is more evened out, it actually seems or appears as if you have got coverage on your skin. Yeah, that's nice actually. Perfect for like, that's like the perfect everyday base, isn't it? Never thought I'd say this. That's literally like my go-to coverage these days. You know, I don't need any more coverage than that, but I am going to go in with the tiniest wee bit of concealer. This is from Vive. It's the perfect everyday concealer. I'm really wanting to do a favourites video very soon, because there's some products that I've been absolutely loving recently and I haven't really been talking too much about them, and there's other products like household products, not like cleaning products or anything like that, how boring, but just other really bits and bobs that aren't beauty related that I'm absolutely loving at the minute. Of course I'm going to do a bit of cream bronzing, the NARS Laguna cream bronzer. Look how much I've used of this. I absolutely love this. This is one of my go-to products. If I'm doing like an everyday makeup look like this, this is the go-to cream bronzer that I will use. Because you don't need a lot of it, but it just provides like a really nice warmth to the skin, and it just blends out beautifully as well. You can see how nice that cream bronzer has blended out from NARS. It's just beautiful. It's just so effortless, and it's such a perfect like everyday type of bronzer. I'm going to keep on going in with that first brush. What are you? Sponge. I was like, blender? Like blender and brush? This is Sweet Cheeks by made by Mitchell. The reason I'm taking this is because I was having a nosy at the other products that I have here from Flower Nose, and there's a blush here, and this is, oh, that's the lipstick. Oh, here it is. The blush is like a really nice bright pink. Hold on, I'll show you it. Great, I just scraped the mirror. Look at that blush. Isn't that beautiful? It's got like wee cherubs in it, like imprinted in it. Absolutely stunning. So I feel like Sweet Cheeks is just a really nice cream blush that will just complement it. This is the Swan Ballet Loose Setting Powder. They sent me the pink one. I'm not mad at that though. It's going to be nice to try. It does come in 3 shades. It does come in this shade here, which is 01 Pearl Snowflake. Pearl Snowflake. Sounds like something you'd call your freaking unicorn. It also comes in a really nice translucent shade, and it also comes in a lavender shade as well. The powder does come with its own wee powder puff, but they did send me these wee powder puffs here. These I do prefer. Please excuse my nail. I've been decorating all weekend. Yeah, I prefer these shapes of powder puffs to these. These are good if you're somebody who powders the outer perimeter of your face, but I just like to use a loose powder on the under eyes and around the mouth area. And I find with these, you're just able to get right in underneath the eyes, just in this triangle area where I usually do like to just powder, so I can be really precise in the placement of my powder and around my nose and mouth area and stuff. And these are really quite nice and small and cute actually. So this is the colour of the powder, really nice sheer soft pink. It's looking a wee bit too pink for my liking, and I think that I'm hoping that it doesn't like dull my under eyes. That tastes like Turkish delight. My favourite. I'm just going to be using the lightest, smallest amount of this, and I'm just going to lightly just press this in just at my under eyes. Whatever excess is on that sponge, I'm going to bring it down, pressing it into the smile lines. I can see already that so far it's actually not maintaining the brightness within my under eyes. It's not looking great in terms of the colour that it's actually leaving, but it has really nicely just set my under eyes. Yeah, I'm just not a fan of that colour. It's left a really beautiful, flawless finish on my under eyes, but it's just the colour. The colour is just the only problem that I'm having with it. I can see past the colour and how it's leaving my under eyes to actually look at how the product is actually working. It's really nicely setting my skin. Don't get me wrong, like, yes, 100% my skin's looking very, very matte in the areas where I'm placing it. The powder, obviously. But, and it's looking flawless. And the powder is really, really nicely and finely milled as well. Really nice and easy to work with. It's not like kicking up or anything or looking really overly dry. I'm just not a fan of that colour. I was just highlighting there with the Beauty Bay highlighter. I really don't like that powder. I didn't like it at all. Yeah, no. Definitely not. So again, I'm going to give you another close-up of the blush. How cute is it? Look at the wee strawberries and everything. Looking on the website at their products, they're very much like fairy tale inspired. It's just such pretty makeup. I don't even know if I want to use this. It's honestly that nice. I don't want to ruin it. But this is in the shade Berry Mary. Looking at the formula, it seems to have a really nice buttery matte finish and formula. Oh shit. Looking at it, I don't know how pigmented it actually looks, so I'm just going to take the tiniest wee bit at a time and see if we can build it up if we want to or if need be. Because I don't use as much highlight anymore, I usually like to go for a blush that has a wee bit of like a sheen to it, to just add a wee bit more of a glow to the highest points of my cheeks, because this is where I do add my blush. I was kind of thinking, because it is like a Chinese makeup brand, Korean, Japanese, Chinese makeup is very known to being quite soft quite soft and natural looking on the skin, and just kind of like enhancing like the natural beauty that you have. The products can be buildable and you can build them up, so I wasn't expecting to get too much pigment from that blush actually, but it was really quite nice, and I don't really think I need to go on with any more. There we go. Strawberry Rose Series 5 colour eyeshadow palette, and this is the Misty Rose one. So I can see on the website that there is quite a few colour stories, whereas this one is, as I say, Misty Rose. I've obviously opened it and I'm not the biggest fan of the colour story of this eyeshadow palette. I'm going to take this wee thing off the mirror. Really pretty. I'm just not sure about the colour story, but it doesn't really matter too much. What matters is how are the eyeshadows. Swatch. It's an all matte palette apart from this one here, so I'm going to give this a swatch with my finger that's missing a nail. Because I think I'm actually going to do something with the shimmer. I may as well take advantage of having a fingerless nail. A fingerless nail. A nailless finger! And we'll use the shimmer. A really nice fairy-like inspired ethereal... Ethereal? Ethereal? No, it can't be ethereal. What's ethereal? That sounds dangerous. I'm going to take a big fluffy brush and I'm going to go into this first shade here. I'm going to place this just on the outer corner of the eye. One thing I've really liked is the fact that I've brought the blush quite high, and I'm going to kind of blend this shadow out to the blush. But I'm going to really extend this eyeshadow right out to connecting it to the blush. That's a really pretty shade, you know, and it's blending beautifully. Also running a wee bit of that shadow along the lower lash line as well. Just, you see you're right in that crease, because I feel like, you see, once you move your head and then you tilt your head back whenever you have a really nice glitter just right in that crease. Oh. This is the Swan Ballet Shine Lipstick, and again, of course, the packaging in these is absolutely beautiful. I really actually like the packaging of the bullet lipsticks. They're not as girly-ish, like too over the top girly, that's what I'm trying to say. They're actually really nice, and they also remind me of, is it Anna Sui? Anna Sui? I don't know. The pigment of that is really nice, and it's just like a really nice glossy lipstick. Lovely shine. A bit too glossy for me in my liking. And then I have a liquid lipstick, and this is the... the packaging is really hard to read, okay? So this is a Cloud Lip Cream. I think I might actually wear this. Maybe depending on what colour it is actually, if I can remember. So whenever I opened this, I was like, holy shit. Holy shitski! That is a bright pink. Hell no. But it's actually just the packaging. Oh, they smell so good. They smell like strawberries. Sorry, did I mention what shade this was? Little Star. I'm going to take a tiny wee bit of the matte cream lipstick, and then I'm going to go back in with the shiny one. Okay, so that was pretty successful, apart from the powder. How it's actually made my skin look, and how it's set my skin, and how it's made the under eyes of my skin look beautiful, could not fault it. Really nicely set, nearly has like a filter effect to it. It's really smoothed out my under eyes. I can't fault the product itself for the formula, it's just the colour, and that's not a fault to the product. As I say, it's literally just the colour. It's not right for me and maybe my skin tone or just my preference. The eyeshadow palette was actually more surprising than anything I used. I think it was because the colour story was just very underwhelming, but these just aren't like shades that I would ever gravitate towards, or they're not necessarily a go-to. In terms of like the quality and the formula of the eyeshadow palette, again, couldn't fault it actually. I was able to work really well with the one shadow that I used. I was actually going to take this shade here and run it a wee bit along the lash line and create a wee bit of a wing, but I just, no. I just didn't want to. I will link and list all the products that I did use here down below in the description box for you. I would really highly suggest just go onto the website. Just go onto the website and look at the collections of this makeup. It is honestly so pretty. Like throughout this video I've been on the website like looking through everything. They have like bundles as well for like maybe Christmas presents. They have their Black Friday sale on at the minute where it's like up to 45% off. I honestly feel like I'm starting to sound as if yes, this video is sponsored, but it's not. I freaking wish it was. In terms of prices, because this is something that I was really interested in whenever I actually got this makeup and I was able to see the packaging and everything. For example, the eyeshadow palette. The eyeshadow palette is £27. So I'm gonna say that it's definitely not the cheapest. It's not the cheapest brand, but it's also not the most expensive. For the products and for now, I've obviously played with the products and I've known the formula. The price actually isn't too bad. You're definitely paying, I feel, a wee bit for the packaging because some of the products are absolutely beautiful. Like the blush itself is £20. Yeah, the lipstick. This lipstick is £15. But yeah, do go on, have a wee nosy. I'll have everything listed and linked down below for you. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye.